Okay guys, hi, how's it going? Say hello to Piglet. She's pretty quiet this morning, but then again, it's kind of 2 in the afternoon and I stayed up too late trying to make ostomy bags. So here I am late in the afternoon. I still haven't eaten or drinking anything. I did have some marshmallows, and those were delicious because it was the first thing I ate this morning. So I've taken a shower. I'm completely clean. Yo, what's up? Okay, so I'm gonna try to do a bag change video, just like this, so that you can see my stoma, and you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'll try to show you as I go along. So, I'm just gonna wrap her up. I got a little paper towel here, just in case she decides to spit up. Although, there's not anything for her to spit up, so I can't imagine she would. I just forgot my measurements, so let me grab that. Okay. So last time that I changed my bag, which was last Thursday, it is now Monday afternoon, she was 32 millimeters. So let's check and see if she's the same size. Let's see here. So, I'm gonna bring my mirror so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Let me see if that's a good size still, and it looks like it. Let me just measure it up again. Yeah, because is there a size lower than 32? 29? Let's try 29. I think that might be too small though. Let's see. Actually, okay, so it is around 29. I don't know. The dilemma. Okay, let's try 32 one more time. I want to make sure I get a good seal, but I don't want to squeeze her to the point where if there's any, if there's a little bit of swelling or something, she's not gonna respond well to me. So let's see. She fits kind of perfectly inside 29. Okay, so that's the size we're gonna shoot for. I don't know if we'll particularly go that small, but we'll see. But that does mean that she shrank in size. Here I thought she had picked a permanent position, or size rather. I guess not though. So that is why it's good to measure out your stoma every time, because for the past 3 weeks, for the past 2 weeks, she's been the same size. Well, not 2 weeks, I would say the past like 3 bag changes. So since I change every 3 to 4 days. Okay, so let's see here. Let's look at the measurements on, I have a cut to fit wafer. So they have like 32 and then 25, if you can see it. And then right in between there's like a line in the middle. And I'm gonna shoot for the line in the middle, between 25 and 32. Because I'm not quite, well, you know what, there actually isn't a line in the middle, so let's just go towards 32, but not quite. And we'll shoot for that, because I'm not really confident in the fact that she's a whole size smaller. So I'm just gonna cut this up real quick. And then I will take out my barrier ring. Okay. So when I first started changing bags, I thought that the cutting by far was going to be the hardest. Because I'm not crafty in that way. I always had trouble using scissors and things like that. So I thought this was going to be the hardest part, but it actually isn't so bad. I kind of want to give moldable wafers a try, but I've been doing so well with these that I kind of don't want to mess it up. So, see, I put my wafer like this, and I like it like that, so let's see here. I think that's actually, can't tell if that's a little too small. It seems kind of perfect. Damn, what to do. I want a little bit more. I'm going to cut just a little bit more space around it. because I'm not entirely convinced. I don't want to make it too tight because that's just really uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get around this angle. There we go. I just want to make it the tiniest bit bigger, which basically means I'm cutting it to 32. There we go. And if it is just a tiny bit bigger than my stoma, that's okay because I put a barrier ring on, which gives it a really, really great seal. See how that fits now. Okay, there's a little more room in there, and I feel a little bit better about it. All right, so we'll try that out. If it's super uncomfortable, I'll just change my bag again, but I feel like it's a pretty close seal, or it's as close as I'm gonna get. So here's my little barrier ring. Just gonna fit that around, kind of stretch it open. And then I'm gonna take my wafer, and there's this little plastic bit at the end that you have to pull off. Take that. Good. Now, I'm gonna take my wafer and my barrier, and I place them on top of each other. Okay. And for me, I like when the barrier is visible from the outside. Now this is a little too much, especially because I made it into a smaller size. So I'm just gonna adjust that a little bit. There we go. Cool. So now you can kind of still see it around the stoma, and that's perfect. That's what I want because it's gonna puff up on the outside and I'll be able to see it through my bag. I wear clear bags. And it'll give me a better seal that way. I have yet to have a leak, fingers crossed. So that's how I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so last time I tried filming this video, I have to pull my pants down in order to get the right seal. So I'm gonna try my hardest not to show you my pubic hair, because that's kind of what happened last time. I couldn't post the video. So, all right, I have a paper towel here. I'm gonna very quickly pat the area, make sure it's nice and dry. Excuse my wound down there. It has been a really hard healing process for this one right here. It stays a little moist because, like, when I bend over, you can see like how my belly flips a little bit, and then when I sit down, obviously it's completely like sandwiched into my little roll there. So for that reason, it's staying kind of moist, and it's not really getting a good scar on it. It's really just shit, but oh well. This right here is my JP drain, and that actually went really well. It's healing, it's getting smaller. Looks like it'll be gone just in a little while. And then these two are my laparoscopic ones, the scars from that, and those are healing really well as well. So the only one I'm having a problem with is this one right here, and I'm going in on Wednesday to see my doctor for it. Okay, so I put mine at an angle, so we're gonna, the most important part here is not getting my incision, which is really, really hard, especially because it's so far down. So I'm gonna use my mirror so that I don't clip my my poor little incision. So let's see here, like right there, and then I do cut it obviously to fit. So let's see here. Oh gosh, I will get it eventually. It's hard to do this, record, and change my bag all at the same time. Right. There we go. And then these, you want to stretch out your belly. So point your boobies to the sky. And then you want to get the other side. And this is sticky, so let's make sure that I'm not getting my incision. I'm not. And I'm stretching as far as I can. I want it to be straight. There we go. Right there. So you want to get these two and these two. And you want to make sure there's no creases along this side. This is your waterproof barrier, so you want to be as thorough as you can with this. And we're just gonna press a little bit around Piglet. Really get that seal on it. Good, there we go. Now I can tell this is gonna be a little snug, and I think I might be uncomfortable with it, but I did cut it to almost 32. She did shrink in size, so I think I'm gonna be fine. I'll let y'all know later. So now, if you can kind of see it, there's this white part here. You're just gonna peel it off. Just like that. Same thing. Boobies to the sky, stretch up. And get that seal. Now if there's a couple creases, that's totally cool. You just wanna make sure you're trying to do it as least as possible. So I'm gonna show you a little side view here. Pull that off. Oh, I gotta go a little lower, so I'm gonna go this way so I don't like show you guys my vagina. Alright, stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And we're on. So that looks really good. What I'm gonna do now is, if you can kind of see, it's covering my belly button. I don't like that because I feel like water's gonna pool and then it's gonna like leak. So I've been doing this since my surgery. So I cut around carefully around my belly button. It's not a perfect circle, but it gets me visibility of my belly button. Now, for most people, you don't have to follow the lines that like the pre-cut thing here. You can use this as a template for your next one if you have an irregular stoma that's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's like an oval shape and it's not like completely round, or it's got like a kind of like a weird little thing on the side. Some people get like bumps or like hernias on the side. So sometimes you have to like adjust them to fit your condition at the time. So for me, I'm usually always where the cuts are, so I don't even bother doing that. But what you could do instead is, I cut mine perfectly in the middle, but you see my incision scar is like right there. I could just as easily move my circle over and trace it so that it's closer to this way, so that my bag, or rather the wafer itself, is pushed over a little bit more to the right, not getting my stomach, or rather my belly button, and closer to my incision. But it's just above my incision, so I'm okay with that, as long as it's not on top of it, because that was really irritating. I had that happen the first time I had a bag change. Okay, so let's not push our luck here. She's been really, really good. No spit up at all. So let me just clip on my bag before stuff starts to go down. Okay. So lastly, last thing that I do here is, sorry, I'm like OCD with that thing. I want to make sure it's clipped. Last thing I do, aside from clipping my bag at the end, and we also want to pinch. This makes it way easier to open when you're trying to change your bag. Okay. So for Hollister, you just flip, 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 and then Velcro. Now, the last thing that I do is I'll take 5 minutes out of my day after my bag change to just lay down, relax, and then I have this big old heating pad that I use. And I just stick it right on top. Sometimes I'll put a cloth on top so it doesn't irritate Piglet. But, you know, or you could just use your hand, actually. The warmth from your hand really gives it a good seal, too. I like the heating pad. I got some brat. Okay, and then I'm just going to quickly show you what I was looking at down here. This is my setup. So this is like my old wafer and my bag from my shower when I took it off. I had some wipes. Obviously my old wafer. This is garbage. This is what I had wrapped around Piglet. I had my barrier ring. Oops, my barrier ring. My wafer. My sizing. Any universal wipes that I might need at the time, but I don't. My mirror. And some baby wipes in case she starts to spit up something awful. But that's it, guys. That's my bag change. Doesn't last too long. It lasts a little longer because I was trying to explain stuff. But things are going well. Yeah, so I'm just going to lay down for a little while, relax, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.